All right, welcome to the Stressed Accountant YouTube channel. If you haven't seen the past 5 episodes, welcome. My name is Dawn Goldberg. I have been a CPA for now over 30 years. I have worked for firms like Deloitte and Touche. I worked for Ernst & Young, and I am also a professional certified coach for accountants. I also have been very busy. I authored my new book, The Smarter Accountant, and I am the creator of both the Smarter Accountant program and the Smarter Accountant time management program. And in episodes 1 through 4 of this YouTube channel, I discuss the topic of stress and overwhelm, something that every accountant can relate to. Now, the next 4 episodes, episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8, are going to be all about working too many hours. So, in the previous episode, number 5, I shared Joe's story and how he was questioning why he was working too many hours. So if you haven't listened to or watched that video, you're definitely going to want to check that out. So the real issue with Joe was that he was secretly using work as a way to try to build his lack of self-confidence. And this is a large part of the reason why he was working too many hours, was that he was trying to prove his worth. He was trying to prove his worth to his firm, to his family, and to himself. And as I shared in that episode, one of the many benefits of becoming a smarter accountant is the ability to address an issue that plagues so many accountants, which is working too many hours. Now, as I shared in episode number 3, the tool that I am trained to teach by the Life Coach School is the tool called the model. And thankfully, once again, the model has the answer to what's causing you to work too many hours. The model can show you why, for example, you don't feel confident, and it can also show you how to improve your self-confidence. Now, I know I might sound like a broken record, but I will continue to point this out. If you were using the higher part of your brain more intentionally, you wouldn't be working too many hours. It is that simple. The reason why it is so common for accountants to work too many hours has nothing to do with the amount of work that we have to get done. It has everything to do with the fact that no one has ever taught us how to manage our minds. See, we have these very intelligent brains, but no one is teaching us how to manage them. So we don't fall prey to overworking. Nobody's teaching us this. When you don't manage your accountant brain better, it's easy to believe that hard work equates to your worth and that it will create self-confidence. But as the adage suggests, or the saying suggests, work smarter, not harder. Thankfully, becoming a smarter accountant will help you stop working too many hours. So, how is it possible to not work too many hours and still be successful as an accountant? Because the model shows you that the reason you're taking the action of overworking is because of a feeling. Now, remember what I previously shared. Your actions, your reactions, and your inactions, right? The things you do, the things you don't do, they are all fueled by your feelings. So when you uncover the feeling driving your actions, you'll understand why you're working too many hours. Now, when I work with my coaching clients in the Smarter Accountant program, here's the thing: awareness is everything. Now, at first, it can be challenging for my clients to uncover the feeling that's behind what's driving them to overwork. But as I shared before, this typically, I would say more times than not, it comes from a lack of self-confidence. Now, in Joe's example that I shared in episode 5, before he worked with me, he secretly had an issue with self-confidence, believing that his worth was dependent on how many hours he worked. But the problem was that he didn't know that you cannot take action to create a feeling. Okay? You cannot take action to create a feeling. Your feelings always precede your actions. And this is why smarter accountants truly understand how to work smarter and not harder. They're not trying to create a feeling of confidence or create any feeling for that matter by taking action. They know and they learn by working with me, they're creating confidence by the optional thoughts they're choosing on purpose, and then they're taking action. Now, again, to be a smarter accountant, you have to understand that actions don't cause feelings. A smarter accountant knows that not only do feelings fuel actions, but that they also get way more done in less time when they choose better feelings to fuel their actions. And I also want to point out one thing. All those credentials, all that higher education, and those letters after our last name, those are just neutral circumstances in the model. So all those things, they cannot create a feeling of confidence or any feeling, no matter how hard you try to make the connection. The only thing that can cause a feeling of confidence is a thought, specifically a thought about you. Therefore, the only thing that is causing you to not feel confident is your unmanaged brain's thoughts about you. Now, here's the key. A lack of confidence often leads to imposter syndrome. When you experience imposter syndrome, you don't believe you're doing enough. So you work more to prove your worth. But again, taking action, like working more hours, is never going to lessen the feeling of imposter syndrome or self-doubt. So, how does this all tie to working too many hours? The model will show you why. So, check back next week when I share an example of how the model can be used to show you why you work too many hours. If you're interested in figuring out how to stop working too many hours, you're definitely going to want to schedule a 30-minute call with me to discuss what you're struggling with. I can help you see exactly what's getting in the way, maybe things that you don't even realize and what you can do about it. The solution to working too many hours is simple and it's doable, and I can show you how. Just go below this video to the description and I will have the link to book a 30-minute call for me. And don't forget to check out the description and check out the other free resources that I have below. All right, I'll see you next week. Have a good week. Bye-bye.